Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. Ellis was announced as the star of ABC's The Bachelor after being sent home just before hometowns on Gen Tran's season of The Bachelorette. But he has struggled in the job. While Grant appears earnest in his search for love, his decisions have been questionable. At this time, it's unknown whether Grant will leave the ABC show with a successful relationship. Grant and Jen developed an initial connection on season 21 of The Bachelorette, which led to a one-on-one date in week 5. The two appear to have a lovely time when horseback riding and at a rainy picnic, and Grant did earn a rose, but he was eliminated just 1 week later. Grant was then named as the next Bachelor, allowing potential The Bachelor cast members to audition for the program only for Grant. However, the former basketball player may not have been the greatest option to head the dating program, given his season's turbulence. Rose Sombke from The Bachelor was the first lady this season to emerge from the vehicle, quickly drawing Grant's attention and charming him with a ridiculous pun. Rose appeared to have potential for success on the dating show. Grant even told Rose how he felt about their connection. "I won't sit here and lie. You're someone I think about. I just want you to know that I am very interested in you. Like today, right? I was thinking about you while dancing on stage. I do not want you to think I'm not paying attention, because I am." When Rose misconstrued Grant's statements, upsetting Carolina Sofia Quixano, Grant refused to accept responsibility and reveal the truth about the situation. Instead, Grant turned against Rose. He still gave her a rose that evening, but the relationship was severed. When Rose's conflict with Carolina persisted the following week, she couldn't take it any longer and eliminated herself. Grant might have battled for Rose, but abandoned their love. Grant pulled Rose away, indicating that he is suffering as the leader. Alexe experienced the same fate as other The Bachelor first impression Rose winners, being eliminated before hometowns. The Bachelor season 29 even had a gimmick, most likely intended to counteract the curse. The first impression Rose recipient was automatically assigned the first date. Alexe's no-drama llama impressed Grant, and they became closer one-on-one at a pleasant mall. Grant surprised fans when he chose Zoe McGrady for a hometown date over 3 ladies who had previously gone on one-on-one dates. It was difficult to think Grant had a stronger connection with Zoe than with a woman who had caught his attention right away and with whom he had spent far more quality time. It's conceivable Grant didn't trust his intuition when he made that decision, which is why he struggled this season. Grant is a very lovely guy, but it appears that his kindness is preventing him from finding love. Throughout the season, Grant has informed many of the ladies that he is falling for them or sees a future with them, even though he can only choose one at the end. Despite his declaration that he does not wish to injure anyone, Grant has lured Carolina and others on. It's too early to say what will happen to Grant's relationships, but it wouldn't be astonishing if he ends up with a broken engagement. Successful partnerships on The Bachelor are uncommon, and Grant's decisions as the lead have been questioned. While the audience always wishes for true love, Grant may meet his ideal partner off-air. Grant Ellis' journey as The Bachelor was one filled with emotional highs and lows, leaving audiences torn between admiration and frustration. As the season unfolded, it became increasingly clear that his struggle to make confident decisions had a significant impact on his ability to navigate the complexities of love and commitment. Following his elimination on Gen Tran's season of The Bachelorette, Grant was thrust into the spotlight as the lead of The Bachelor, an opportunity that initially seemed promising. A former basketball player with a charming demeanor and an earnest desire to find love, Grant had all the makings of a successful bachelor. However, his indecisiveness and the turbulence of his season left many wondering whether he would ultimately walk away from the show with a lasting relationship or a broken engagement. From the very first night, Grant's decision-making abilities were put to the test. Rose Sombke, the first contestant to step out of the limousine, immediately captured his attention with her charisma and playful pun. The chemistry between them was evident, leading Grant to express early interest in her. "I won't sit here and lie," Grant had told Rose. "You're someone I think about. I just want his feelings," led to a series of misunderstandings that spiraled out of control. When Rose misinterpreted his words, causing tension with fellow contestant Carolina Sofia Quixono, Grant hesitated to clarify the situation. Rather than taking responsibility, he distanced himself from Rose, causing their connection to fracture. Despite still giving her a rose that evening, the damage had already been done. The following week, Rose found herself embroiled in continued conflict with Carolina. Feeling overwhelmed, she ultimately decided to eliminate herself from the competition. Grant had the chance to fight for Rose, to convince her to stay, but instead, he let her go. As the season progressed, Grant continued to face difficulty in making definitive choices. Alexe, the recipient of the first impression rose, followed in the footsteps of many before her by failing to reach the hometown dates. The season's producers had attempted to counteract the so-called first impression rose curse by ensuring that Alexe received the first one-on-one date of the season. Their connection seemed promising at first. Grant was charmed by her playful no-drama llama approach, and their trip to a local mall was filled with laughter and genuine moments of intimacy. However, despite the strong start, Grant's interest in Alexe waned as the competition progressed. When it came time to determine the 4 women who would receive hometown dates, Alexe was left out. In a surprising move, Grant instead selected Zoe McGrady, a contestant who had not previously received a one-on-one date. The decision shocked fans and contestants alike. How could Grant have a stronger connection with Zoe than with a woman he had already spent significant one-on-one time with? Some speculated that Grant was second-guessing himself, too afraid to trust his instincts. Grant's tendency to overextend himself emotionally further complicated his journey. Throughout the season, he repeatedly assured multiple women that he was falling for them, making them believe they had a real chance of being his final pick. Carolina, in particular, was deeply affected by his mixed signals. While Grant insisted he did not want to hurt anyone, his inability to make firm decisions left several contestants feeling misled. As the final episodes approached, fans questioned whether Grant would propose at the end of the season or if his pattern of uncertainty would ultimately lead to an unsatisfying conclusion. The Bachelor franchise has seen its fair share of broken engagements, and given Grant's track record, it wouldn't be surprising if he struggled to maintain a relationship after the cameras stopped rolling. Ultimately, while Grant's kindness was one of his most admirable traits, it also became his biggest downfall. A bachelor needs to balance empathy with decisiveness, and unfortunately, Grant seemed to falter when it mattered most. Whether he left the show with a fiancé or not, one thing remained clear: his journey for love was anything but smooth. During an exclusive interview with People, Jen explained her thoughts on the postponement of The Bachelorette. "It's hard to say exactly what went wrong," she admitted, "but I think a lot of it has to do with timing. The Bachelor has always been a fall show, where people are home, winding down after summer. The Bachelorette, on the other hand, airs in the summer, and people are traveling, vacationing. It's hard to capture people's attention when they're not fully tuned in." Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.